Hello, teachers and students, and 6E.
Hello, Mr. Samadhi.
Thank you. You may be seated. Let's recap the last lesson. In our last lesson, we looked at volume. Who can tell me the unit for measuring solids? What is the units used to measure solid? Uvao. Uvao is smiling, so I will give him the first person to answer.
Centimeter.
Centimeter. Thank you, Val. Anyone would like to tell us what unit is used to measure solids? Centimeter. Val said centimeter. Lorraine.
Cubic centimeter.
Cubic centimeter. Thank you, Lorraine, for that answer. Volume of solid is measured in cubic centimeter. What unit also is used to measure liquid? Remember we used measuring equipments yesterday, which was a measuring cylinder. So what is the unit used to measure the liquid or the water? We'll have a boy, Robert. Thank you, Robert. And Vanessa.
Milliliter. Milliliter.
Milliliter. Okay, thank you, Robert.
Liter.
Thank you, Vanessa. The answers were milliliter and liter. Is the unit used to measure liquid. Solids, the unit for measuring volume of solid is cubic centimeter and cubic meter. All right, thank you very much for those answers, students. Put your biros down. Let's have your palms. Your hands should be free. Free hand. Okay. Put one hand, your left hand or your right hand, the palm of your left or right hand on your forehead. On your forehead, on your forehead, not on your ears. Your palm must touch your forehead, not your fingers, your palm. Here, grab, almost grabbing your forehead. Good. Now place your left hand below your neck. Oh, we all look sick. Anyway, feel. Okay, hands down. Tell me, which one of the part of your body where you put your palms on, the palm on your forehead or the palm on your neck, felt hot or cold? Who can tell me? Don't scream hot. Tell me, put your hands up. It's better to put your hands up and give your answer. It's more polite that way. Or, speak loud.
On my neck.
Felt hot. Okay, Oa's neck felt much more heat or hot than his forehead. Anyone else? Right. This time, join your palms together. Let's move. Palms together. And you do as I am doing this. You rub. Slowly. Come on, everybody. Rub your hands. Faster. Faster. What is happening? It feels hot, yes. Okay, you can release. Relax. Good. Okay, it feels hot. Today, it feels hot. So today, our lesson, teachers and students, we're still on the same strand, the same outcome. And our lesson topic is how hot it is, or we can say how cold it is also. We will look at hot and cold. Okay. We rubbed our hands and we felt hot. We also felt our forehead and we also felt our neck. Brenda, can you tell us how it feels in the classroom now? Before you came into the classroom, you had a break before you came into the classroom. What was it like outside? What was the temperature? Very good. Temperature outside and the temperature inside your classroom.
Hot.
Which was hot? In the classroom or outside?
Outside. Outside.
Outside was hot. And the classroom?
Warm. Cold.
Cold. Okay, outside was cold. Sorry. The classroom was much cooler than the outside. Very good. Samuel said the word temperature. Samuel said the word temperature. In your books, write down the word temperature. Okay, we will do this in groups. The word is temperature. And we will relate. Let's find when we hear the word temperature, what do we think of? Jordan, what do we think of? Analolo. And what do we think of when we hear the word temperature? Lorraine, what do you think of? Let's have 2 or 3. Anyone would like to tell us what we think of? Okay, I'll give you 60 seconds. 1 minute with you and your friends. What does the word temperature remind you of? Or when you see the word temperature, when you hear the word temperature? 60 seconds, jot it down. All right. Rodney has his first hand up. We'll have Rodney. Yes, Rodney, what do you think of when you hear the word
hot and cold?
Hot and cold. Any others? Tahila? Then we'll have Alexander next.
Humid.
Humid. Very good, thank you. Rodney and Tahila. Alexander is next. We'll have Analolo next after Alexander and Oa.
The temperature of hot and cold. The temperature of hot and cold.
Okay, temperature of hot and cold is already here. Temperature, you think of hot and cold. Very good, thank you, Alexander. Analolo, please give us what you think of.
Warm and cool. Warm and cool.
Okay, thank you. Very good, warm and cool. Oa? Okay. Oa says he's got the same answer. Okay, students, I hope you got same answers as the students in the class in 6C have written. Or maybe you got some more answers. So, temperature reminds you of hot and cold, humid, warm, and cool. Right. In this activity we will do during our lesson, we'll be using an instrument to measure temperature. That instrument is called a
Thermometer.
very good, thermometer. That instrument is called a thermometer. I have here with me thermometer. Some thermometer which we will be using during our activity. This is one thermometer in its case. So, eyes to the front, we will be using this thermometer. This is one type of thermometer. Here. Carol, could you help me hold the thermometer, this thermometer? Come. This is also another, be careful, slowly, before you drop it here, put your hands to support it. This is another type of thermometer. Hold it. Okay, you can have a look at it first and then show it to the class. Stand up straight. And here is another type of thermometer. Let's have Lorraine, please. Since Lorraine is close, Lorraine will help us hold on to one thermometer. Hold it like this, through your finger. Hold it through your fingers, with your fingers here. Okay. Hold it tight. Okay, move this way. All right, there are three types of thermometers. There are also many others, but there are three types of thermometer. Anastasia, can you tell us, please come and tell us, or tell the class and the students, your friends out there, the colors in each of these thermometer. Here, start from this thermometer.
Red.
It is?
Color is red. The thermometer.
The thermometer, okay. Sorry, the liquid. The liquid in the thermometer that I am holding is Red.
Red.
Okay, what color is the liquid in Lorraine's thermometer?
White.
White? White or gray or silver? Silver.
Silver, sorry.
Okay. It is silver. Right. And the last one?
Blue.
Okay. The last one is blue. Thank you, Anastasia. Sorry, Ashanti. Ashanti, my apologies. All right. This tree, okay, let's all stop laughing. We'll continue with our lesson. These three thermometers all do the same job. They measure temperature. The first one with the red liquid in it is, the liquid is alcohol. The liquid is alcohol. The second one is with the silver liquid in it contains mercury. The second one. The third one, which Caro is holding, is blue in color and contains white kerosene. It's white kerosene, but it is colored blue. But the name of the liquid is called white kerosene. So they all do the same job to measure temperature. Thank you, Lorraine and Caro, you may be seated. Right. Let me tell you something about the mercury thermometer. Mercury thermometer mercury thermometer teachers is no longer used today. It's not common. We cannot find many of these because it is dangerous to use in schools. But in some other areas you can find it. We cannot use mercury thermometer, or we don't use mercury thermometer. All right, clear off your table, and I will hand you the thermometer. Teachers, if you do not have the thermometer, you can observe the 6E during the activity. Do not touch until I tell you to do so. Do not touch the thermometers until I tell you to do so. Okay. All right. One person in each group take a thermometer. Take a thermometer. Take your thermometer, okay? One on this side, one on the other side, okay? Let's do it. Okay, hold your thermometer up. You can see the thermometer is in a covering. Up straight. The thermometer is in a covering. So you remove the cap. Hold on, hold on. Hold where you are. Okay. The person holding the thermometer, please listen carefully. The thermometer is made of glass. So if you hold it incorrectly, and if it slips off your hand and falls and breaks, it is hard to buy a new one. We'll have to wait some months to get that and buy a new one again. So listen carefully. Others, please allow the person holding the thermometer to listen to the instruction. Do not pass the thermometer from one person to another until I ask you to do so. Okay, we shall begin. The thermometer has a casing or cover. So you identify where the cap is, you remove the cap slowly, gently. You remove the cap now. You may remove the cap. Okay. Slowly, and pull out your thermometer. Make sure that your fingers, put your fingers in a manner where you hold the thermometer. So your fingers should be holding the thermometer like this. Hold the thermometer between your fingers. Between your fingers. Amen. Pull it out between your fingers. Okay, put it back. And pull it out. As you pull out, you place your finger, one finger beneath the thermometer, or two fingers if you can hold. But your thermometer should be between the fingers. Okay. Once you pull your thermometer out, it should be between your fingers. You should be holding the thermometer between your fingers. Do not put it on the desktop. Hold it in mid-air. Right. This is, when you hold the thermometer between your fingers, it makes it very firm, so it is not wobbly. Right. Just by holding the thermometer, have a look at what's on the thermometer. So the person holding the thermometer, you can hold the thermometer, and others have a look at it. I'll give you a minute to look at the thermometer. What do you see on the thermometer? Write down what you see on the thermometer. Somebody beside you, make a note of what you see on the thermometer. Hold it steady for the others to see. Do not move around. What do you see on the thermometer? Caro, thank you. On the thermometer that you are holding.
Numbers.
You see numbers. Good. What else do you see? Robert. Thank you, Robert. Robert is bright this morning.
Liquid. Liquid.
You see the liquid that is in the thermometer. Come on, girls, the boys are giving all the answers. Uval.
Colors.
Color of?
The thermometer.
The color of the thermometer itself. Okay, look at the thermometer again. You will see. Okay, thank you all those who answered. You said you see numbers. You see numbers. On this thermometer, you see that they have those small lines. The thermometer has small lines. What those lines on the thermometer? The lines that you see on the thermometer, they are called scales, and the liquid that runs through is the alcohol that travels through the tube of the glass, which is the red colored liquid. On this thermometer you have numbers which, have a look at the thermometer. On the thermometer you have numbers example 2 on one side and 0 on the other side. And then you have, what's the next number above 2? 3. Okay. Look closely at the thermometer and find out what is the unit used. What is the unit? Can you see some kind of symbol? Analolo knows what is the unit used?
Celsius. Celsius.
Celsius. Okay, thank you, Analolo. Very good. Any other answers? Oa?
3 degrees Celsius.
3 degrees Celsius. What did you get? 3? This one here. Okay, he said 3 degrees Celsius. Okay, the number is divided between on the scales. It is 30. It is 30 degrees Celsius. If you look on the thermometer, the numbers are divided 0 on one side and the numbers or valued digits on the other side. But it is read as 30, not 3 degrees Celsius. So very good, Oa, good try. So it is 30 degrees Celsius. Hold up your thermometer again and let me see. The bottom part of the thermometer where the liquid, all the liquid is, where all the alcohol is, the red one. Show it to your friends. Where all the red liquid is, at the base, hold your thermometer slightly tilted. Okay, that is called the bulb. That base is called the bulb. Are we listening? That is called a bulb, and it is very soft. Not very soft, but I mean it is easy to break. It's fragile. So do not, in any way you handle a thermometer, do not allow this to touch solid object or you play around with the bulb, because it is fragile and it can break easily. Apart from the tube itself, the bulb is very fragile. So if you touch and play with it, play around with it, and it touches something solid, it will break easily. So be careful when you're handling thermometer with the bulb. All right, I'll give you 2 activities to do. One is hang the thermometer on the stand. That is why the string is attached to the thermometer. So hang the thermometer on the stand. Let the thermometer, okay, you may tie it. Put the other thermometer back into the case. Put that one back into the case. Let it settle, steady. Put that back into the case. Put it back into the case. Okay, move it back in. And You are going to let it hang steadily, let it be steady, and you take the reading. Remember your last lesson. Your eye level should be with the liquid. If you look closely, you must identify the curve of the liquid, which is called the meniscus. You will learn that in grade 7 and 8. So your eye level must be level with the liquid. Anyone? Take the reading, record it down. Okay. Your eye level should be level with the level of the liquid in the thermometer. So you look straight and it must be in line with the thermometer, the liquid in the thermometer. Do not hold the thermometer because you are taking the reading or the temperature of the room now. The temperature of the room that you are taking the temperature of the room now. So do not hold the thermometer. Make sure the tables are not moved. Do not move the table so the thermometer is steady. Okay, record down what you see. What is the temperature of the room now? Record it down. What is the temperature of the room now? Someone have a look at it and record it down. Eye level, eye level. Group 1, what is the temperature that you recorded? How many degrees Celsius? Analolo, thank you. Group 1, others listening, Group 1 will give theirs.
(32°C).
Okay, 32 degrees Celsius, that was for Group 1, thank you. Group 2, Vanessa?
(32°C).
32 degrees Celsius. Those who have mentioned Group 1 and Group 2, have a look at it again. Group 3. 33 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the last group. Robert is the one that took the reading.
(32°C).
32 degrees Celsius. The room is almost, all groups have the same temperature, almost the same temperature, except only group 3. So which means the room is about 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, look closely again and see your thermometer. Is it right on 32 or just above 32 or below 32. This time I would like you to read it as a decimal. 32.0 or 32.1, estimate. Almost. 32.0, 32.1 or 32.5. Okay, Uvau. Group 1, we'll start from group 1 again.
31.1 degrees Celsius. 9 degrees Celsius.
31.9 degrees Celsius. This time theirs is 31.9 degrees Celsius. Vanessa, group 2.
31.9 degrees Celsius.
Okay, good. 31.9 degrees Celsius. Okay, Rodney, for group 3.
32.2 degrees Celsius.
32.2 degrees Celsius. Okay, Robert, for the next group and the last group. Group 4.
32.1 degrees.
32.1 degrees Celsius. Okay, good. It's almost 32 like you mentioned. So, always remember to read your temperature readings as a decimal number. 32.1 or 31.9 like you have just read. Remember to read your decimals numbers when I read your temperature as decimal numbers. Your homework, list down where you think you will find thermometers. Places where you think you will find thermometers. Or jobs that use thermometers. Your homework. All right. So 2 things for your homework. Find places that use thermometers and jobs that use thermometer. All right, that brings us to the end of our lesson, teachers. Our summary for the lesson, that 4 points of summary. Summary number 1, first 2 summaries are on the board. Summary number 1, temperature is the measure of the hotness of something. Next 2 summary points. All right, teachers and students, our next lesson will be on what next, and your materials that you will bring for next lesson. Teachers, you should provide filter paper, a black marking pen, a transparent container, a glass. It can be either a glass or a plastic transparent container, plus wooden skewers. With that, thank you, class. Thank you, teachers and students, for your participation.